In the tall trees where the coyotes howl and the frogs sing into the night, there is a big metal shed, and inside is a boat. That boat is where this story takes place. Welcome to our new boat.
Wow, look at that. This is such a low profile.
And the crazy thing is we don't know how much work this boat is gonna be. We're anticipating it's gonna be a lot. And we were right. Over the past 6 months, we've done a lot of work, and there's still a lot more to do. The boat now looks considerably more torn apart than it did when we bought it. But there's a method to our madness. From replacing rotten beams to removing the broken engine to redesigning the interior, we've worked hard to create a safe and beautiful boat. But now, our time in the States was nearing a close. Pretty soon, we'd have to return to Europe to reset our visas and attend to the other sailboat that we'd left over there. That story is still to come. But oh man, we've signed ourselves up for a lot of work. And one day, the reward will arrive, so we're not upset about it. But in the meantime, it's time to get just as much done as possible before we have to leave the States and our project for the next several months. Welcome back to the boat shed. We have another exciting episode all about blocking this week. It's an integral part of the boat, and it's also a very visible part of the boat from the interior. So what we're making now is going to be part of the beauty of the boat once it's finished. So last week, Aladino took you through the process of making the blocking, which is a very painstaking process, as you all saw, as every single one has to be custom fit and perfectly angled to fit its exact little space in the boat. And now we'll be taking you through the process of coating it and the oh so satisfying job of putting the finished blocks into place and having a look at the finished product from the interior. Oh, one more thing, I got new pants. We got an incredible amount of comments all the time about Aladino's pants because they've got a lot of pockets and people seem to find that pretty cool. So I got some as well, and I like them. They got knee pads in them, so that's kind of fun. And they got a lot of pockets. I don't know what to put in the pockets yet, but I got them. Gotta fill them up. Okay, let's get started. We were now in full blocking production mode. Although they're still fiddly to make, they're nothing compared to the deck beams, and overall this will be a much quicker project. Aladino planed the blocks into a perfect fit, and I rounded the edges with sandpaper in preparation for an epoxy coat. Even though we have to leave the USA soon, we feel good about where we're leaving the project. And we're also excited for a change of scenery and a change of pace. Because every side of the block needs to be coated with epoxy, I have to do it in stages because it has to sit on a surface somewhere in order for it to dry. So it'll sit on the front first, and I've got a nice technique for getting the corners of the tape in place. If you got some kind of a straight edge, a razor blade, then you can actually make really nice cuts in the tape and get a almost perfect corner. So you lay the tape down, and then you place the blade right in the corner, in the very corner at about a 45-degree angle, and rip it off so you're left with this shape. And then you have another nice angle left on your tape to put into your next corner. And then you just keep repeating the process. And you're left with really nice clean corners, which is very satisfying. Next, time to set up my epoxy station. This is where I'll be spending the next several days applying several coats to all the blocks. It'll be a big revolving door of blocks because as I apply epoxy, Aladino is producing more blocks, which will also need epoxy. So let the project commence. So while all this work is going on, I thought I would play some tunes to keep the motivation up. Always makes me really happy when I read very nice messages from you folks saying, bring back the violin. So here it is, here's the violin. I'm gonna play some French-Canadian tunes that I forget the names of. Most of the tunes I play, I forget the names of. One of these tunes is called Les Poules Huppées. I forget which one it is. And the other one, I'm not sure. I forgot how to end that one. Hey guys, so the blocking is just behind me and I've finished coating it all. It looks amazing and it's not finished yet. I have to remove the tape and then I have to Scotch-Brite it, scuff it up a bit because there is going to be finishing varnish and we are going to be gluing it in. But I cannot bring myself to scuff it all up without seeing it in place, without seeing the glossy finished product in place first. Okay, I placed a few in and I just went inside and I turned on the lights. Are you ready? It's going to be beautiful. Oh man, I am so happy. The Alaska yellow cedar beams with that dark mahogany, with the white beam shelf, with the shiny bronze carriage bolt going through the beams. It is just stunning and I'm so happy about it. Of course, there's going to be even more done. I mean, the trim up here is going to be freshly coated. The inside of the hull itself is going to be painted and looking a lot nicer than what it currently looks like. Projects like this are not always easy. There are so many times that I have been so frustrated and so tired and sore and done with it. And those times of frustration almost make this moment better because now we have a reward. We have a boat that is starting to become strong and elegant and beautiful because of the stuff that we have done on it. And that feeling is priceless. There is also the strength side of it that I'm so happy about. That peace of mind when you're surrounded by big waves and no land in sight and you are one little nutshell in a very vast ocean, I think that's also a feeling which I can't really transfer through words. But again, if you've been out on an ocean, I think you will understand it as well. Because there is no aloneness like being on an ocean. There is no self-sufficiency like being on an ocean. So having a boat that we feel so confident in is just, it's worth everything. So here we are, feeling pretty happy. So now time to get the Scotch Brite out and scuff them up, but I'm sure glad I saw them in their full shiny glory.
Wow, hello.
What are you doing?
More blocking. Did you
More
tell?
blocking.
Yes, look at me go.
Wow.
I was just counting when you came in. 21, 22, 24, 24 plus 6, 30. At least 30 we have.
Yay! Out of 60.
I think so.
So we've done half.
I think we have more. 32. And then there is some ready. We're just waiting for the big beam to be done too, eventually. Why isn't there like a beam making fairy? Like you just put, like the tooth fairy, you put your tooth under the pillow. I'll put $100 under the pillow if the beam is made one morning. No, but yeah, there is those blocks which are kind of ready. Just the beam needs to be done first.
Well, I'm almost done scotching up the other ones.
Yeah, they look good.
So those can be ready for the next stage.
Totally. We could install those. Depends how complicated we want to make this step.
Oh, we always go the most complicated route.
Exactly.
So it's obviously going to be a long procedure that many people are going to comment and say, why on earth are you doing this?
Yes.
But we like to make things difficult for ourselves. That's how we do it.
Exactly. What's the fun in not doing that otherwise?
My brother and I, when we were young, my mom would always read us picture books. And one of them was like this book, I think it was like sort of a book of Chinese proverbs, but for kids. And one of the proverbs was like, when faced with two paths, always choose the most difficult.
Oh, yes.
And my brother and I have literally lived our lives by that ever since. And I feel like you do the same.
I do the same.
Okay, let's get to it.
All right.
So how's it going up here?
Pretty good. But yeah, it's a challenge. I'm just custom shaping right now. There's so many angles here, and it's not only the angles, then there is unevenness in the fiberglass, unevenness in the beams also. They're not like as parallel and perfectly square like our new ones. The old ones, like the laminations, split a little bit in some. But I wish I had a second chance on some, but the wood we got is the exact amount we need, and yeah, it just takes so long. And I mean, there's no big mistakes. It's just like, oh, there's one here and there where I wish I could make the gap a little smaller. But overall, I'm really happy, because looking at some of the original blocking, I totally forgot how those looked, and ours are closer.
Alright, I'm not going to carry carry too many at a time because I do not want to drop these. These are very precious cargo.
Put them in all your pockets now that you have them.
These are too big for these pockets.
I can fit 4 of them.
Do you want to come bring some up as well? We've got lots of them up here.
Here we go. You're not using the pens to full potential.
Oh my god.
Install them.
You're ridiculous. Yeah, we'll put them in place. Before we leave the USA, we wanted to finish 2 things. The blocking and the big beam. We haven't quite introduced the big beam yet. It's actually kind of a mystery story, but we'll leave you in suspense about that until next week. For now, we felt a calm sense of accomplishment. The blocking was done, protected with epoxy, ready for final installation. It'll be fine to wait for us until we can finally return. Da-da-da-da.
How satisfying was that?
Pretty satisfying.
Wow.
I'm glad I showed you guys the glossy version because it's going to be a little bit less underwhelming with this sort of matte, scuffed up version, but it should still be pretty satisfying to see.
A little less overwhelming.
Well, let's not look there. That thing is in the way. Let's look over here. The lighting's not good. Wait, let's adjust the lighting, then we'll show you. Paladino, the light fixture.
Well,
Wow.
I can see how it will be the final result.
We did that, amore.
You did that.
No, you made all the blocking.
You coated them.
We did that.
We? Is that we?
Yes.
Wow.
Are you happy?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it gonna feel pretty good to sail this boat around?
Yes. Well, not because of the new parts, but because of the boat it is.
Also because of the new parts.
Yeah, totally.
Alright guys, I think we're gonna say goodbye to you now. I think this is a good, happy place to leave this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Huge thanks to our patrons for making all of these episodes possible. We do provide real-time updates on Patreon every Tuesday. And an extra big thanks to the folks whose names are now magically appearing on screen for always going the extra mile to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced. We really appreciate all of you. We couldn't be doing this without you. We're lucky to have formed such an amazing community here, all in support of this boat making it to the sea once more. What an exciting cause. We'll see you all next Friday. Thanks for watching.